Yo, only haters. We back. The vibes are high with my guy, codename Davis. That was kind of a bar. The vibes are high with my guy. But anyways, listen, man. What's back, P? Tell the people what's back.
Nick Nack, Paddywhack, give a dog a bone, threw it down the field, and I ain't talking Pat Mahomes. I told y'all boys what it is and what it ain't, man. What's good, JK? How you living, bro?
Listen, I'm living good, man. For some reason, the light flickered back. So if you watching, I know it ain't been doing it in about 10 episodes, but hey, we still gonna ball. But listen, man, the NBA is finally here. We got hoops, P. Hoops that matter. Not no preseason, John. Some actual hoops. And on top of that, we in the thick of college football season, the thick of the NFL, and the World Series about to start happening. So I mean, look, this is peak cinema. This is peak cinema. I can't believe we're already here. Halloween coming up. I mean, I'm gonna have to try to find a way. I got a little pumpkin that I painted with the Celtics logo on it. I'm gonna try to find a way to get that John on camera. But yeah, listen, man, life is good. Sports are at peak. The vibes are high. P, let the people know how you living, man.
I'm living good. I just got back from vacation, bro. I really just hopped out the car with it yesterday and already back to the workforce, man. Had to write an article real quick, had to go to work, had to come here, had to do that. So we living, bro. We living. Kind of wish I could go back to the beach, but
y'all see his
gone.
Twitter, man. He dropped a heater today via Cat Crave.
Yeah.
Got to tap in, tap in to Cat Crave, to codename Davis. Listen, man, the vibes are high. Tap into me too. Pause. But we got we got a couple UNC pods. One with the Believe Network, one with the Field of 68. The hoop season starting soon. UNC broke my heart this weekend, but
oh god, bro, I was just talking my shit last episode, and then
yeah, maybe we shouldn't have talked about them, bro. Maybe that's the curse. But y'all know the vibes, man. We gonna start it off per usual. My boy P coming back from holiday in it, bro. Got to give his first weekly spotlight.
Okay, so this could be any sport, huh?
Any sport. Actually, I got two sports I ain't ever used and one that ain't got nothing to do with sports at all.
Well, weekly spotlight number one. Shout out to the MLB for putting on two classics, two game sevens, and not the teams that not the teams that I thought were going to be in it. I personally thought the Astros and Phillies were going to be on a rematch, but here we are, man. Rangers, and Diamondbacks. Who thought we would say that at the beginning of the MLB season? Rangers and Diamondbacks World Series should be fun, should be exciting. That's my first weekly spotlight.
It's the way the Rangers did it too, man. They spent all that money on acquisitions this offseason. They kind of went all in, and it's kind of working. We don't know if it's going to reach the Kawhi Raptors level result yet, but they're there, and that's what matters. They got a lot of these dudes locked up long term too. But that's actually funny because the Rangers, also my first weekly spotlight, not even because of that, for one reason and one reason only. They beat the cheaters. There ain't nothing that bring me more joy than watching the Houston Astros lose baseball games. I mean, it is truly magnificent to see that midget playing second base and to see all of them frauds wearing wires under their jerseys lose. It's a special feeling. But yeah, honestly, I was kind of rooting for the Phillies now that they're out.
Yeah.
I think I'm just in on the Rangers, man. Down 3-2 to the Astros. They come back. They win the series. I'm on the Rangers train. What you got for your second one?
My second weekly spotlight. Kirk Cousins, Monday night football, putting on a spectacle, putting on a show, getting a dub. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Kirk Cousins doing it without Jettis, doing it still with a bottom tier defense in the league, and still doing his thing when I didn't perform. That's what I like to see, bro. Just putting the rumors to bed. All
he
the Kirk Cousins fans we hear, he beat the allegations.
The primetime Kirk allegations are no more. But it's crazy how quick it can flip, because we was talking about them, tanking and that being the optimal decision. But They're 3-4. Their division's terrible. The NFC isn't great. If they're 4-4 or 5-4 when Jettas comes back, like
it can take off.
They're probably gonna make the playoffs. So the defense looks way better too. I got to give props to the defense. But
yeah,
weekly spotlight from me. We go into the world of football. If you watch, listen, I've been bringing it up a lot lately. I'm really trying to get P invested. But listen, it's prime group stage Champions League play right now. P, for you and anyone who doesn't watch soccer, how it works is you got 4 squads in your group. 2 people advance out of every group, and it's points. 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, no points for an L.
Same as the MLS?
Pretty much, yeah.
I've been keeping on the MLS because Charlotte got a squad.
So. They do. And obviously, if it's a tiebreaker, it's head-to-head. And if that can't be broken, then it's goal differential. So United, they had been struggling, but the vibes are high. One of the legends of the club, Bobby Charlton, actually passed away. Rest in peace to Sir Bobby. But the vibes are high, man. It's like, you know how something like that will happen and it kind of like ignites a spark in the club? Yeah. That's exactly what's happening. So basically, they won their Prem League tilt on Saturday 2-1. And then they played their group stage game yesterday. They were 0-2. They lost to Bayern, which was expected. And Galatasaray, they were beating them 2-1 in like the 84th minute. And Galatasaray proceeded to score 2 goals in like 8 minutes, and they ended up winning the game. So we wasted points. It was a must-win game yesterday. 1-0. They tried to find a way to lose. They were playing Copenhagen. Copenhagen had a pin with about no time. I think, it was literally the whistle blew after this happened. Lined up for the pin, and Andre Onana, Man United's keeper, been under a lot of scrutiny. He's made some really bad decisions. Bro saved the pin and saved the chances of advancing to the next round. Now they got 3 points. They're a point behind Galatasaray. They kind of control their own destiny. So shout out my guy Onana, man. Onana. What's my name?
He clutched up. He clutched up.
He big clutched up.
Okay. I like that. For my last weekly spotlight, I gotta go with my dog, Lamar Jackson, bro. I mean, I just got to, because Lamar throughout his whole career, no weapons, faced a lot of scrutiny. He has his 1 MVP, cool. This man held out for his contract. People didn't think he was worth his contract. This man is balling his ass off this year. So shout out Lamar Jackson. Shout out Trust Game. And I hope he takes them to wherever they need to go, bro. You know what I'm saying? With the Panthers not looking like they're going to make a playoff push, I hope Lamar get it done, bro. That's how it is. I hope Lamar get it done.
I'm with that. Just wait till the overreactions. My last one ain't got nothing to do with sports. If you know me, you know I'm a cinema junkie. Martin Scorsese, sir, you are the last of my weekly spotlight. My second favorite director of all time behind Christopher Nolan. The man is a cinematic genius. Went and watched Killers of the Flower Moon with the guys on Saturday. 3 hours and 20 minutes of just absolute peak cinema. Incredible film. The man doesn't miss. He's always in his bag. He directed one of my favorite movies ever, Taxi Driver. So, I mean, I got to give it to him, man. Every time him and Nolan drop, the world stops.
It go crazy, huh?
Let
me nuts. Get an honorable mention in. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, Spider-Man 2, Marvel, Insomniac. Shout out Insomniac Games.
That's what I've been hearing.
Insomniac Games, y'all really be putting it down, bro. And I hope y'all continue this Marvel train for a long time. I hope y'all make Spider-Man 3. I hope Wolverine is a bang. I hope Marvel's multiplayer is a bang. Keep doing what y'all doing, Insomniac. Y'all putting on for the real gamers out here, for sure.
I'm with that. I've heard nothing but good things. All right, let's get into it, man. We getting straight to the point. NFL overreactions. What a week. Another week. Another excellent time to be a JK take, because how many times I'm going to have to tell y'all about Brock Purdy, man? How many times do I have to tell y'all? I will say it again. If you didn't hear me the first 17 times I've said it. San Francisco 49ers will not and cannot win a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy at quarterback. That man is literally just Jimmy G with better regular season stats. So I'm not with it. And I hope y'all see it, man. The last two games, he's gotten out of the flow of the offense. They haven't been playing he's great in comfortable situations. When they got a lead and the game plan's going perfect, he's phenomenal. Soon as the slightest thing goes wrong and he's got to get creative, he's got to make plays himself. The first read isn't there. He's cooked. He had multiple chances to win that Minnesota game, bottled all of them. So I don't know what else y'all got to see, man. The weapons are there. And yes, they didn't have Debo, but I'm tired. Like, bro, stop giving me that. When you have four of the best weapons in the entire NFL on one offense, you cannot give the excuse that he was missing one weapon. I'm sorry. That is not how it works. Now, if you're the Dolphins and you say, yeah, but they were missing Jalen Waddle. Okay, Waddle and Hill and the running backs, it's about all they got. So if they lose Waddle, the passing game goes way down. They're throwing to Braxton Berrios and stuff. When Debo Samuel's down, oh, poor Brock Purdy has to throw to George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk. And even Jawan Jennings is good, bro. So, like,
yeah, Jawan Jennings turned it up.
We just got to stop it, man. It's getting a little ridiculous. But, yeah, I got to say it again, man. They'll never win a Super Bowl with him.
Yeah, man, it's looking that way, So it's a great day for JK's takes. It's another great and interesting day for P's takes. Josh Allen, we still doing the turnover thing. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all. This man is going to turn the ball over until they don't win these games. It just is what it is. And it's starting to kind of look like when you make him sit in that pocket, JK, it's starting to look real funny in the light. I'm not going to lie. When he can't get out of the pocket and start roving around, it look real suspect. That's all I'm saying. So I'm starting to be on that train. I don't think they're ever going to get over the hump. That's what I'm starting to be on.
I can't even fault him because when the Patriots lose 5 games in a row, Belichick is the worst tanker of all time. He don't know how to tank. I promise you, we're 2-5 right now with 10 games left. I would put large amounts of money on it that we go 5-5 or 6-4 over the last 10 games, just so we don't have a good draft pick. That's exactly what's going to happen. Like, I mean, it's crazy though. The first time that we've actually played our 5 best offensive linemen in a game, Matt kind of looked good. And then they finally got smart and were like, damn, maybe we should play like the only 3 receivers on the team that actually get open. Pop Douglas, Kendrick Bourne, and why am I blanking? It really don't matter because it was Pop Douglas and Kendrick Bourne season. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
I mean, bro, regardless of how y'all played, I just think it's nasty work that you go into that game.
Oh, they should have killed us.
And you lose. It don't matter. It's, what I'm saying? Any given Sunday, I understand. But for the defense, it's bad. You gave up 29 to the worst ranked offense in the NFL.
Yep.
Right. For Josh Allen, it's bad because you gave up a fumble and you gave up another interception. Cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just the simple things, bro. And if you telling me you can't beat the Patriots in October, what makes me think you can go to Arrowhead and beat Kansas City? You know what I'm saying? When it's January, late December, early January. That's just how I be thinking, bro. I just don't think Josh Allen got it for me, bro. Like, he's great, exceptional talent, great arm strength, crazy runner. That IQ, bro, it's just, it don't be hitting for me. So
that's the problem, man. I think that's the problem with the NFL right now, man. The AFC, not really the NFL, maybe the NFL, but the AFC specifically.
Too much talent, not enough brains.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. All these great talents, the only 2 dudes who can beat Mahomes in a playoff game are Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. That's it. In the AFC. Jalen Hurts can do it too. But in the AFC, that's just like, bro, the Dolphins look the same exact way. Like, we starting to see, like, damn, crazy. JK, man, he'd be right about it. Tua got to make plays. He ain't as bad as Purdy. Like I said, he's not as bad as Purdy. But if he go into Arrowhead, man, and he
I'm
got to
not
make
going.
throws,
Hey,
he got to make throws
I ain't gonna
against
lie.
Mahomes. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's
I ain't
just
gonna lie. That officiating in that game was something out of that world. Out of that world,
yeah,
though. I'm not gonna blame.
the zero pins was nuts.
I'm like, to me, like, I'm not gonna fault them the rest for the Dolphins losing, but they got a reason to complain a little bit. They got a reason to complain.
I will say, I didn't think they did until they missed the face mask grab on Cedric Wilson, because they would have had first and goal at like the 8, and they probably score that. But it's just too hard, man. As generational as Tyreek Hill is, and even if you don't think he's one of the 5 best receivers ever, he's literally one of the 3 most like dominant, unstoppable receivers. Like, you can't game plan for him. And that's where it kind of gets difficult, man. Like, there comes a certain point in time where someone else got to be able to make plays. And I think you can tell they miss Achane a lot. At Mostert's not bad, but they miss Achane a lot. And when Jalen Waddle went out with the back stuff until he came back, they missed him a lot too. So if you want my honest opinion, they need a tight end. They got rid of Gesicki. Not a good idea. They play in Durham Smythe. The one thing that offense needs is a safety blanket, and they don't have it. Like, they gotta have a guy that they can go to when people are keying in on Tyreek Hill, like, and they just don't have it. So yeah, I mean, it's tough. But no, I'm with your spotlight. My overreaction, which honestly, I only think people that don't know ball would call this an overreaction, but if Lamar don't get hurt, go ahead and hand him that second MVP.
He's out of this world, bro. It's just like the things, bro. It's crazy. Like, people don't understand what this man has to do, bro. He is the leading rusher on the team. I don't know if statistically he's the leading rusher on the team, but if you watch the games, he is the leading rusher on the team. He's efficient with the ball. And everybody, one of his receivers, like all of his receivers are kind of like not playing the best ball, but they're okay. Like, they're serviceable. Like, Zay Flowers is a bucket.
Zay Flowers is the difference maker.
He
Zay
the
Flowers.
But Mark ain't playing how Mark usually plays, which is kind of like crazy to me, but he's still pretty good, pretty solid for sure. But Lamar's out of this world, bro. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take you where you need to go. They really need to buckle down. Now that they got the contract out of the way, buckle down, get the masterpieces, and start rolling.
They just got to stay healthy. That's all it really has been with them. We've yet to see a really fully healthy Ravens playoff run. And I'll be honest, as great as Lamar is, like, I do think Zay Flowers is that X factor. Like, if they didn't have Zay Flowers and he was throwing to Bateman and Odell, they'd be in trouble. He opens up so much for them because they didn't have the short speedster slot guy. Now they do. And that's elite to put next to a guy like Lamar, who's constantly out of the pocket, who's constantly making decisions on the drop of a hat. Like, that's the type of receivers he needs. But yeah, I mean, if they stay healthy, that's a tough football team, man. Like, they're so hard to game plan for. But that's the problem, man. You got to account the health, because Lamar runs so much, and he's not a big dude. And
I'll give him his credit. Like, he kind of sticking in there a lot more than he has in the past. Like, he literally does wait for it to break down before he starts getting loose. So shout out Lamar though, bro. Like, I just think he
for
took
360 yards against a defense that looked like one of the 5 best defenses in football.
That's
defense that held the Chiefs to 20 points. And
he's phenomenal, bro. I love him, bro. Like, I feel like anybody that really watched him since college really should know, like, this is an inevitable thing, bro. Like, he dominated college at Louisville. So, like,
I just hope
now. What are we on?
The other side of this game, I hope that this isn't going to warrant like a slight overreaction about the Lions, because getting beat is one thing, but
Getting whooped is another.
like that was a concerning showing. But yeah, I mean, the only last thing I'd say, and I don't think this is an overreaction either. This is just more like a general thought. There's not a dominant team in football this year, bro. Like, there's not. I think the Eagles are the closest thing, but for some reason they're turnover prone now. So it's like
I gotta hand it to the Chiefs for sure. Still, like they started off rocky, but they have been on a roll, my boy. They have been on a roll ever
well,
since Taylor Swift popped up. Them boys have been on a roll.
the only thing I would say about it is, I mean, it's just tough, man. Because let's call it what it is. Like it's nice, but they only played 2 hard games. Like, unfortunately, the Chargers suck. Like that's just unfortunate for us because we love Herbo. But like Lions, tough game, they lost. Jaguars, tough game, they gutted it out. But you look at the rest of their wins, bro. Bears, they were the team that kind of like made Zach Wilson look really good. They barely squeaked by the Chiefs. Then they beat the Vikings. I think that's the game Jetta's got hurt, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. No, did he get hurt and come back? I don't know. But the Vikings, I mean, they're all right. They're not great. And then they struggled against the Broncos and they beat the Chargers. I mean, it's just not. They play the Broncos again this week. I'm waiting to see, like, week 9 is what I'm waiting for.
And
That
it has to
Dolphins
be has to be at 10:30 a.m.
Yeah, that
where they at,
Dolphins
Germany?
Chiefs game in Frankfurt, Germany. That's the one where like I don't ever wake up for those games, but I'm gonna wake up for that one. I'm telling you. That's the one where I want to see it. Because then they get into that stretch where it's like it's Dolphins and then it's Eagles and then it's who else they got? The Raiders suck. They got some hard games, so that's what we're really going to see.
This is perfect. This is perfect for Mahomes, though. You already loose. You already
Their
won.
division sucks. That's what's really perfect about it is he doesn't care. He can, bro. They can lose 6 games and they will still win their division easily, probably by 2 games or more.
Yeah,
like he doesn't care if he drops a couple. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I also think the rise of Rashee Rice has been very good for them. Yeah. Like he's a rookie, but he's good. So yeah, that's all I got. You got any lasting NFL thoughts before we move on to
everything's pretty much diddly daddly, man. If you even know what that means at home. I don't even know what that means, and I said it. But everything's interesting. Like everything is not what it seems.
All right, Wizards of Waverly Place.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is not what it seems. I'm dropping some heat on y'all today. I mean, the only thing is, I feel like the Seahawks, bro. I feel like they're kind of slipping under the radar, but they playing really well. Pretty damn good ball. It's simple. Everything's all over the place. We don't know. This is why we have these overreactions.
The Seahawks are probably the least talked about 2-loss team I've ever seen in my life. And they haven't necessarily been healthy either. So let me just say this,
bro. I don't even know what Tariq Woolen's back. He's been
the
out
way
for
that defense looking, and then obviously if they're healthy, Kenneth Walker, Noah Fant, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Come on, like
they got it.
They're nice.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, man. It's time to talk some hoops. We only 2 days in. So we about to really just hit y'all with some basic reactions. And it'd only be right if, we start with our respective squads. I had to wait an extra day, but P and his guys, they played. Let's see, this will drop Thursday. So at the time of recording, they played yesterday. At the time of drop, they played 2 days ago. Played against the defending champion, Nuggets. P, dislikes, likes, general thoughts. What's up?
Dislikes, team defense. laziness. They don't get back still. Does not matter. They don't get back. Dislike. They're not physical at all when they drop to the hole. A lot of flailing, a lot of bullshit, a lot of crying. I don't like to see that. Dislikes. D'Angelo Russell. We still doing this thing we did last year. I thought we would be better than this, brother. Dislikes. AD. Just got paid a bag. Here we are, year 21 for LeBron James, and bruh's still the best player on the team. This is not his plan. Because fun fact, fans at home, LeBron went to the Lakers, wanted AD so he could chill. He could be the second option. He didn't want to be the guy no more. Still has to be the guy. Dislikes. Darwin Ham. Why are you taking out LeBron? You down 94-90 going on a 8-0 run. Why? Okay. Likes. LeBron. Clearly healthy. Look great. Taurean Prince. Look great. You know what I'm saying? Austin Reeves decided to finally show up in the second half. That was great for me. So hopefully he's more aggressive. Next outing, I'm just hoping he's more aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the unfortunate aspect of all of this is as it stands, like, it's like we talked about with Team USA. Austin Reeves is great, but when he's having to be like a stagger second option sometimes because AD is a fool, that's not his strength. Like,
it's hard, man. It's hard. It just looked like, and overall, the Lakers just like they were nervous and shook by the moment, like the ring night. I don't know if it's because they had to wait in the locker room a little longer, or they just looked shook, nervous, and it just wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? And the Nuggets had a whole new bench unit, and they played great. I feel like we should be. The Nuggets look better than they did even last year, which is even crazy to say. So,
listen,
I mean, I respect it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I respect it, but we play the Suns tomorrow. By the time this drops, we play the Suns today. It's time to bounce back. So
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
You just played the best player in the world. And I asked Nick for a couple takes. You know, that's a Jokic stand. I asked for some NBA takes in general. See if you agree or disagree with this. That the Nuggets, they just quite simply have the most versatile and unstoppable offense in the NBA. Like, there is the only way you really beat them is to really just hope that Gordon, MPJ, and KCP are not hitting. Like, I'll be honest.
I'm a firm believer, though. The only team that can beat them is the Suns, bro. I'm sorry. That's what it's looking like.
Bro, I'll be honest. You know me, man. I hate to say this shit. I think the Warriors could beat them too. Just because the only reason I think they could is because, look, Looney's getting battered. But Jokic going to batter everyone. The reason I think the Warriors could do it is because they'd be the only team smart enough to do what Brad Stevens used to do and say, Jokic, you one-on-one. We not playing no help. You going to have to drop 70 every single game. And Draymond will probably do some dirty shit. And the movement on offense, they could make it to where they're tiring those shooters out. I mean, I don't know. The Nuggets are still the best team in the West, though, bro. Like, let's just call it.
I just feel like, bro, the Warriors, especially from what I seen yesterday, yeah, they don't have it at all. I'm just going to keep it a whole stack.
I mean, listen, you know what I've been saying, bro.
But
I think they suck. I think they're a play-in team. I just feel like from a match-up perspective, they're one of the better matchups for the Nuggets. That's all I'm saying.
I feel that. I mean, to go back to Nick's take, I agree because there's mismatches all over the court. Aaron Gordon can ISO your four. Jokic can pull you apart. Jamal Murray in the screens. It's just the pick and roll game, bro. Nobody figured out how to exactly guard that pick and roll with Jokic and Murray yet, bro. Because I mean, he gets a free look. Jamal Murray's knocking it down. It's just a lot, bro. They got a lot to go for. And the energy, bro. They're a high energy team. It's hard to really break their will. You know what I'm saying? So
it's what else cool. It is? I think what makes Jamal and Jokic so special, first off, I don't even know if Jamal would be a top 30 player if he wasn't playing with Jokic. Like, Jokic just brings out the best version of Jamal. Like, if Jamal was in a situation where he had to be the primary guy, and he wasn't playing with one of, if not the greatest decision maker we've ever seen, he probably wouldn't be as good as he is. But that's not the case. And this is the thing. What makes it so hard to stop is, how do people typically play screens in today's NBA? It's either a really, really hard hedge, fight over the top, because they think you're going to take a three. What Jamal Murray is so good at, he doesn't care if it's a three. He takes a lot of mid-ranges because he runs off those screens. They're coming up off a high hedge. He's downhill, shoulder, past the defender, because they're expecting him to pull up. He turns, gets the corner, mid-range. He did it like 4 times last night. Like,
bro, the crazy part is the Lakers go under on him, and I don't understand. It's, you can tell certain players go over, certain players go under. Like Taurean Prince goes over. Obviously, he's lengthy. He can kind of get back. And even then, he was too late. That was a foul on Jamal. 9 out of 10. Any other player below. They got cooked, bro. Reeves didn't play good defense yesterday. Russell didn't play good defense yesterday. And there's nobody seemed interested.
hey,
LeBron
bro,
wasn't really playing.
he's trying to be Derek White, bro. What are you talking about?
He need to be, because
you put Derek White in place of D'Angelo Russell, we having a whole different conversation about that game yesterday.
It'd be definitely more interesting in what I saw. Nobody looked interested to play defense. Nobody looked interested to get back in transition. You deserve to lose. It is what it is. We playing LeBron on a minutes limit because he old. Like, bro, that ain't what he signed. Like, that ain't what we own. We trying to win games. So
yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. Like, they on one. I assume they win tonight or tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? No Booker, no Brad Beal. I expect them to bounce back and win and just carry on from there. But it's they need to look at some things. For sure.
I mean, look, this is ultimately what it comes down to, man. Jokic is just transcendent, and everyone wanted to roll with the memes about, oh, bro, he don't care about hoops. Like, he cares about his horses. All the offseason hype was about, the Celtics, and it was about, like, all the moves the Lakers made, and it was about Dame to the Bucks. And that was a reminder game for the Nuggets to tell people, like, yo, y'all can talk about all them other teams, but, like, we still the defending champs, and we're still really good. And on the other side of that, the Lakers, let's just call it very blunt. They're not winning shit if AD can't drop the inconsistent act. Like, bro, Bron is too old to be wasting minutes like this on regular season games, bro. AD, if you can't hold down the fort just for a little bit every game to let that man play 30 minutes or 32 minutes or less, so his body's fresh for the playoffs, you're just not going to win. And even if you do win, by the time you get to the playoffs, like,
I mean, we saw it last year, bro. He was beat.
Exactly.
LeBron
and it's
was
just
beat.
AD, like, straight up, as stupid as it sounds to say that the second best player on a team is an X factor, he legitimately is. It does not matter how good Reeves is, how good Prince is, how good Vando is when he gets back, how good Russell is. Gabe Vincent, who was awful last night, by the way.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
I don't know what, bro. That was
Heat culture.
I don't know what was going on with that shit. But yeah, I mean, culture. Yeah, it's simple, bro. Like, I mean, he coaches real. I'm not gonna hold you, because they got my boy RJ Hampton.
Not for Max Strus. Apparently, he just liked that.
Yeah, I mean, to me though, real quick, because it's time to move on. But I'm just saying, like, AD, bro, you know what time it is, bro. You don't go out there and say, we heard the talk, we ready to play, and you don't do nothing in the second half. That's beyond me. You know what you need to do, bro. You one of the best players, and when you own it.
So it's a lot of implications too, because it's this simple. If it don't work this year, Bron's out. And you know what Bron's going to do? He's going to go play with Luka or Tatum or somebody, or Book, or somebody where he can actually just chill and be a second option. Somebody that can actually be that guy. That's what's going to happen. Now I'll switch to my side. You see the set, man. We repping. It was an interesting game. The Celtics should have won that game by a lot more, but I'm not surprised. The Knicks, they're scrappy. They play hard. That's a top 5 seed in the East. We always struggle with the Knicks. We went, like, I think 0-3 against them last year. We always struggle with them. But another Nick Smith take, which I was going to say anyways, but I will quote him on it because he said it. The spacing that this Celtics offense now has with Kristaps in place of Rob is going to make them, hard to stop offensively, and 2, The defense, bro. They probably have the best defensive backcourt in the league with Drew and Derek White. And everyone that's a Celtics fan was so emotionally connected to Rob, talking about, bro, we're gonna miss his defense. Y'all just don't know ball. Kristaps Porzingis, ever since he entered the league, is top 10 in every single rim protecting statistic that there is. Analytics, regular stats, whatever. He's also one of the best drop coverage defenders in the league. He was 4th last year. He's coming off his best season ever. It's like he shoots the 3 at a 40% clip. He can shoot over everyone, and he has never had this much space in his entire life. When they play Drew, Derek, Jalen, Jason, and Kristaps, it's literally like, good luck. The whole, like, that's why Tatum had 34, because all those drives that were congested in the past are not congested anymore. They're wide open. He's getting one-on-ones. You can't help. If you help, it's a swing, and then Kristaps drops 30. It's a matchup nightmare, and defensively, they're going to be absolute hell. But I genuinely hope, I don't even care about seeding, bro. Don't play Kristaps more than like 55 games. That man needs to be healthy in the playoffs. He's the X factor easily. But Jaylen Brown, we might have to have a talk. If it's 10 games in, are you still looking like you look tonight? But I digress.
Yeah, that game was something interesting, bro. I mean, it's the Celtics are weird. You know, I mean, game 1, they're not gonna look like this. Game 30, and then they're not gonna look like this. Game 82, and then they're not gonna look like this in the playoffs. It's always gonna change. So, as far as right now, same thing that I've been saying for a minute. Like, I'm glad Tatum can just play his game and go to the hole and not rely on the same sidestep 3 that he had to rely on for the past 2 years. And he's actually able to hoop. And it looked like that brother ready to take the leap that he ready to take.
Listen.
I mean, I'm with it.
With what's around him, it's the same shit with Book, right? You can't really, like, Book's going to eat because you can't key in on Book because KD's there. And because, well, he wasn't there in game 1, but Beal will be there. So it's a lot. Like, the Warriors literally got to a point last night or 2 nights ago at the time of dropping where they just doubled KD and Book every time they touched the ball because you can't pick one. You can't make a decision. They were basically saying, we ain't got nothing for y'all. We just going to throw doubles, make y'all get rid of the ball. It's even harder with the Celtics because we don't have the 3 stars like that, but every single person in the starting 5 can cook. If Al's in, you can't leave Al open. He hit 2 of the biggest threes of the game. So it's like, it's just really hard to defend. And I think Tatum for real might be on his MVP shit this year, bro. Like 13 of 22 tonight, 34 points, 11 boards, 4 assists. I think he's going to be a lot more efficient. I think they're going to have the best record in the league. So I'm excited, man. Jalen, you look terrible, but I'm trusting. I like it. I like this role for you, though. You ain't got as much pressure to be the second option because there's so much around you. You don't have to do too much. Like, there's games where you're going to be the second option, but you don't have to be the second option. Kristaps can do it. Even Drew can do it. Even Derek can do it. So a lot of positives. I mean, obviously, super early days. A lot of crazy takes. Rapid fire me like 2 takes you had from tonight's games. Or from last night.
Let the Charlotte Hornets stay healthy, bro. Like I said, over 30 and a half wins, punch that shit, and they may sneak a play-in spot, bro. LaMelo played probably the worst game I've seen him play in a while. I'm sitting here live watching it in person. LaMelo probably played the worst game I've seen him play in a minute, but PJ Washington, bro, X factor for that squad. He hooped. He did what he had to do.
The X factor for that squad, the Mecklenburg County Police.
Yeah, dude, they don't stop nothing. So, I mean, and
hey, shout out Charles Barkley for calling Adam Silver out, though, straight up.
Nah, for sure. As he should. Like, that's some bozo shit that we got going on in the league. Nobody respects domestic violence. Nobody wants that on their team. It is what it is. But, so shout out to Charlotte Hornets winning on opening night. I don't think I've seen that in a hot minute. And number 2, I'm sitting here watching the game right now. Luka back on that shit. Luka healthy. Luka back on that shit, man.
bruh.
Luka back
Nah,
on
I
that
ain't gonna
shit that
lie though,
game.
bruh. All right, first
Luka
off,
back on that shit.
the East is trash, so I agree. That 9-10 shit is wide open. But listen, let's go to the other side of that game. Trae Young still ass. That's just simple facts. Was it? Let
I
me
don't
ask
know.
you a question. Like, did your ears start bleeding at any point when he was shooting, or was the 4 of 19 not as noticeable in person?
I can't hold him, bro. He shot terrible, but one thing about Trae Young, he gonna get to them spots and he gonna draw them fouls and he gonna do what he got to do. So I mean,
Bro, that's literally like,
it wasn't just him though. Like the whole team, like the whole Hawks team played pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? Like for your two stars played terrible.
bro
Him and
had
DeJounte played bad.
bro
Combined,
had
they played
nine
bad.
bro had 9 points off of field goals and 14 from the free throw line. 4 of 19 is nasty though, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Nasty work.
Listen, man, that's fine. They're
Nasty
gonna
work.
win their little 46 games, and like I say every year, they're never gonna be good enough to win a title because that shit right there. But anyways,
Not many people good enough to win a title though, bro. It's the same team circling
but
this wagon.
it's I got a couple for starters. I know I'm like probably first team all Glaze Wimby, but I'm gonna keep doing that shit because, bruh, I was just watching the Mavs and everyone not named Luca look horrified to go in the paint, bro. Like
Luca, hey, Luca is not playing with his ass. Luca going straight to that.
No,
cup.
but that shit not crazy though, bro? Like this dude is a rookie, and everyone on the Mavericks that has been on the court when Wimby's been on the court looks absolutely horrified. Like,
Yeah.
so it's interesting. But nah, you gonna like this one, man. 1 game sample size, but it was enough. I gotta give respect to your boy Cade. He was efficient tonight.
These
He was
takes are
efficient
taken.
tonight.
My
Listen,
boy Cade, the truth.
I told you that I thought he was really good and I could end up eating crow. I just had 2 things I needed to see, and that was a more efficient shooting and a little fewer turnovers. And he did both of those things tonight. And it's crazy because I have never seen a franchise build such a horrific roster around their star player. Cade Cunningham is not a shooter. He did shoot 4 of 9 from deep tonight. He is not a shooter. And the Pistons front office was like, bet. Let's surround him with a bunch of bigs and dudes who can't shoot. If you look at their roster, they quite literally have 1, 2, 3.
Their starting lineup was bad.
Outside of Cade, they have like 3 or 4 dudes who can shoot. Stewart went 2 of 3 tonight. He's not a shooter. Duran can't shoot. Killian Hayes can't shoot. Amen Thompson could develop, or Osor Thompson could develop into a shooter. Not one right now. Bagley can't shoot. Harris can shoot. Ivy can't shoot. Burks can shoot. Sasser can shoot. Shit is embarrassing. Learn how to build a franchise, please.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Back to Cade. Cade, boy, use the dog. Let's be honest, boy. Use the dog, Cade. You the truth. Let's go ahead and throw out this spotlight real quick. You know, my boy Chet got cooked by Drummond in broad daylight.
It was comedy.
I don't know what we got going on, but that's not the welcome to the NBA moment that you want, my brother. This is not something that you want. And that's probably the worst clip I'm gonna see in a long time.
Nah, bro. I thought bro like actually hurt his shit again.
He got cooked. That wasn't the real one. That wasn't the real one though. My real one was the Grizzlies are Ja made. So all of them stats about the Grizzlies winning games without Ja is so cap. They are so
okay. To be fair though, they got a lot more than just Ja missing right now.
They do. They are definitely
they like the Ravens of the NBA right now, bro. Their roster's cooked.
Watching them without Ja had me sick.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, Marcus Smart, well, he just don't know the system yet, bro. Like, the fuck they want him to do that. They messed up getting rid of Tyus Jones. That's what it really is, bro.
He hooped tonight.
When Tyus was there, it worked. Just quick for me, Strus, I guess you just really like that. The Wizards are going to give up 135 points a game.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, I would just say on the other side of the Thunder shit, man, SGA still not playing with y'all.
SGA ain't playing with nobody.
Right?
He ain't playing with nobody.
Bruh, 31, 10, and 5 on 12 of 18 shooting night one. They nice, bruh. They're
Yeah,
nice.
they got a lot of options over there, like for real. Like on some no troll shit with Chet, the fact that he was probably the fourth option tonight, and they still put up numbers how they did. They the future's bright. But we
For
already
sure.
knew that. We already knew that.
All right. You know what time it is, man. We are exactly at the 45-minute mark. So we are making some good time. It's time for the final segment, the one that everyone loves. Most hated, Pierre, after a tranquil and peaceful vacation. Do you even have any hate on your mind?
AD.
You did until last night.
I was totally at peace. AD. Hold on, bro. Like, I don't understand how, once again, I gotta reiterate, you supposed to be the man in the hood, and we all still in the hood. We ain't made it out the hood with you. It don't make sense. Like, bro, Jack, I'm gonna keep it to say, I knew AD, bro. I knew like AD is a dog, bro. We all know this. When he need to play, he a top 5 player in the league. We already said that. We already know this. When he play how he need to play. But when he said after that 2020 championship, there ain't nothing else I got to prove, I knew there
Terrible.
was no dog left in the fight, bro. I ain't even got too much to say about it. It's just AD. Had a great vacation, great time. I even drank with some old ladies that was Bill's Mafia. It was like 20 of them, 20 old ladies. Had a great time. Come back, turn on the TV, see AD pull that BS. I'm good. Darwin Ham, you still trash as hell. You LeBron mate. I'm sick, bro. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm
Man,
sick. I'm so sick, bro. I'm so sick.
obviously, I was ready to have Jalen Brown as mine, but then the Celtics won. So, um, I got some. The most obvious of all, UNC football. Y'all, as my boy Sid the Sloth would say, they do this every year,
Yeah, they do.
bro. Listen, Mac Brown, you're washed. That is the third loss to a 14-point or more underdog as your time as the head coach of UNC. That's 3 times you have been favored by 2 touchdowns or more. I will repeat that again if you didn't hear it, and lost. That is embarrassing. And the decisions that were made, Amarion Hampton was averaging 7 yards a carry. He touched the
Don't.
pill 5 times in the
He
second
touched the
half.
what?
The pill. He
He
touched it.
touched the
He touched
pill.
it 5 times in the second half when y'all were up 10. There wasn't. Here's another fun tidbit for you that we had 0 negative rushing plays. The closest thing we had was a 0-yard gain at the line of scrimmage. Dude, that's awful. And you didn't run the ball with the lead. Defense, not ready. Got thrashed at the line of scrimmage. Virginia averaged 97 rushing yards a game. They had 228 on y'all's dumbasses. That team might not win another game the rest of the year. And that's who y'all let just make y'all's path that much harder. So y'all still got a path. You got to win out, and then you got to beat Florida State. So good luck with that. That's all I'm going to say, because y'all piss me off. Y'all do this every damn year. You lose a game that you have no
Anytime they
business
sniff
losing.
that top 10, they're gonna lose.
It's wraps. Now, I hope that was the wake-up call, and they go 11-1 to finish the year, because that's just unacceptable. Anyways,
Facts.
second, the Hornets, just because, bro, y'all should be ashamed, man. Y'all should have released Miles Bridges so long ago. Like, not only did you not release him, you actually gave that man a contract. So now you put yourself in a situation.
You gotta pay him.
If you let him go because you actually want to be decent human beings and you don't want someone who abuses women on your roster, you take a cat hit. But that's y'all's dumbass fault. Y'all shouldn't have signed him. I mean, it's that simple to me. Like, I can't stand that. There's no place for that in life in general, but especially not in sports when you're in a position of stature in the spotlight. So I got to hate on the Hornets for that. And then lastly, honestly, anyone who doesn't love movies. I just don't see how you couldn't love movies, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's like an escape.
I can definitely see how people don't like movies, especially the ones that's been releasing these past couple of years. Outside of the Oppenheimer, Barbie,
Movies in
stuff.
general, though. Like,
I just felt like arguing. I felt like hating. So I mean, this is what we're here
controvert
for. Yeah,
controversial P.
like I just felt like, hey, like I definitely love to take. Like, who don't like movies?
Oh,
You know what I'm
also
saying?
anyone who doesn't like British rap, bro, like
I ain't gonna lie, Central C overrated. So
it ain't. See, but that's the
I'm just
problem.
playing. I'm just
That's the
playing.
problem though.
Controversy,
Central
controversy.
C ain't the one, bro. Like he's nice. Don't get me wrong. Like he's nice. Like, but they be missing out, bro. First off, Dave is certified. That man said,
Little Dicky. I'm just playing.
okay,
See,
that man said, couldn't afford them kicks. I have one player and I have one pair and I clean them rigorous. Stepped in juniors, felt like Vinicius. Like, bro, come on.
okay, he was trying to spaz a little bit.
Like, bro, it's just there's a
you got to
lot
come
of
harder
bro.
than that. You gonna have to come harder than that for the viewers at home to like.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? How about this, JK? How about this? How about this? Before we end this episode, how about you freestyle? Give me 3 bars real quick. Just 3.
oh, word. Can we get some topics? Also, can we talk about how P didn't know Halle Berry was by Hurricane Chris?
See, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. Hurricane Chris ain't even valid no more. We can talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, how about we do a little? We'll start ending the show with a little bar for bar. But
shit, I'm a little fuzzy brain. Can't even hold you. But go ahead.
you gotta hit me with topics, bro. These people got to know it's not a written.
Okay, give me Tatum, Jaylen Brown left hand, and Mac Brown.
Okay. All right. Tatum, Mac Brown. Tatum, Mac Brown, Jaylen Brown. All right. Here we go. All these dudes talking. They just looking like some fat clowns. Hit them with the left jab. Never miss. I ain't Jaylen Brown. I ain't playing around. No gun. I won't spray him down.
Okay.
But I got them hands, though. Bank account filled with zeros. Call me Jason Tatum. Got them bands, ho.
Okay.
Oh, you know how that man go. I ain't talking about the fruit. Mac Brown, your bum ass old. Get out of there. You need the boot.
Okay. He do need the boot, don't he? Trash, ain't he?
Oh, God. Trash. P, you got to hit me with an AD bar before we get up out of here.
Okay. Like I said, AD, you goddamn boo-boo as hell. Your second half stat line look resemblance of fucking Tony Snell's. Not gonna hold you. All right. I don't even rap for real, but I'm finna do now.
All that
right.
Shit funny.
That's what I'm saying. Right. It's funny. I got more bars for y'all next week. Don't even worry about it. I got something for y'all.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm with my guy P.
Talk to him.
He got on that bandana.
Yep.
Only haters, we out. Say hi, French Montana.
Okay, look, we out of here. And I ain't even playing. Got my hair yellow and I'm gonna turn into a Super Saiyan. Listen, he said hand like French Montana, but I ain't talking no French toast. This the only podcast that y'all should really love the most. Talk to him.
He said he going Super Saiyan. Man, that's word to Goku. I'm the smartest thing you've seen on the TV since a Roku.